Little princesses will love this cake, complete with fairy floss and pink sprinkles. Preheat the oven to 180 degrees Celsius. Brush two 3.5 cm deep, 24 by 30 cm rectangular cake pans with melted butter to lightly grease. Line the base and sides of the pan with non-stick baking paper. Use an electric beater to beat 500 grams of soft butter, 3 cups of caster sugar, and 1 tablespoon of vanilla essence in a large bowl until pale and creamy. Add 8 eggs, one at a time, beating well after each addition. Use a large metal spoon to fold the 2½ cups of self-raising flour, 2½ cups of plain flour, and 1½ cups of milk in alternating batches into the butter mixture until well combined. Spoon the mixture evenly among the prepared pans and use the back of a spoon or a small palette knife to smooth the surface. Bake in the oven for 35 to 40 minutes on the second shelf. If the pans don't fit on the one shelf, switch them halfway through cooking. The cake is ready if a skewer inserted in the center comes out clean. Set aside in the pan for 10 minutes to cool slightly, before turning onto a wire rack to cool completely. To make the buttercream icing, use an electric beater to beat 500 grams of soft butter until pale and creamy. Gradually add 5 cups of icing sugar mixture and beat until well combined. Gradually add half a cup of milk and beat until light and fluffy. Add 1 to 2 teaspoons of pink liquid food colouring and stir until well combined and the icing is the desired colour. Use a large serrated knife to trim all 4 sides of each cake. Place on a cake board or a serving platter. Spread a little icing over the top of the cake and top with the remaining cake. Use a small sharp knife to cut an arch from each corner of the cake stack. Place 4 375-gram packets of jam sponge roll into the arches to make towers. Spread remaining icing over the sides and top of the cake to cover. Use a spatula or a round-bladed knife to spread the icing in an upwards motion up the sides of the sponge rolls. Cut 2 pink musk sticks in half crossways and place at a 45-degree angle in the center of one side of the castle to make a drawbridge. Cut 7½ musk sticks into 2 cm lengths. Cut 7½ musk sticks into 3 cm lengths. Press 2 3 cm musk stick pieces side by side next to one of the towers. Place 2 cm pieces next to the taller musk sticks. Repeat with the remaining musk stick pieces to create walls around the castle. Use a small sharp knife or kitchen scissors to cut 32 pink and white mini marshmallows in half. Place 4 pink marshmallow halves, cut side up, onto one side of the cake to make a flower. Repeat with remaining pink and white marshmallow halves to make 4 flowers on all 4 sides of the cake. Use a small sharp knife to thinly slice 2 strawberry-flavoured extreme sour straps into thin strips. Place the sour strap strips at the base of each flower to make stems, cutting to fit. Place a 375-gram packet of white chocolate melts in a heat-proof bowl over a saucepan of simmering water. Make sure the bowl doesn't touch the water. Stir with a metal spoon until the chocolate melts and is smooth. Use a round-bladed knife to spread 4 ice cream cones with a little of the melted chocolate. Sprinkle with the fairy dust to coat. Set aside until set. Meanwhile, spread the remaining melted chocolate on the cake border around the castle. Sprinkle with 1 cup of desiccated coconut to cover. Place an ice cream cone, round side down, on top of each tower to create a turret. Arrange a 35-gram packet of pink fairy floss in the center of the cake to decorate. Top with a 25-gram packet of Dollar Sweets Fairy Friends to serve.